I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And introducing first, El Nino de Oro, only weighing in at 118 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches tall, with a reach of about 70 inches. And he'll be facing Roman Gonzalez, better known as Chocolatito, 160 centimeters tall with a reach of 163.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the boxing ability, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
El Nino de...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, Jorge Linares. Fighting out of the blue corner from Managua, Nicaragua, here is a legendary 4-division champion of the world, introducing Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez.
Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright, sunny sky.
All right.
You're out in the open. There's the breeze, but there's the sun. When you're moving and when you're under pressure, it's a lot to take in.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And there's the bell for round 1. He just misses with that jab. The courage on display here is incredible. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
The cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. One to cool you down, one to ice you back, one to give you instructions in your head, and one to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Perfect counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The Venezuelan is rocked. Talk about Linares in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Leaves the knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Okay, focus. Big deep breath. Calm yourself.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's ready to go.
On to the second round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter-puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Just missed with that hook. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are... The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? The perfect counter lands. A lot of effort being exerted here. Down goes Chocolatito. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Is he going to punch himself out, though? And he scores with the counter. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They exchange punches. Good counter punching. Just missing with the right uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. This is a high-octane battle. Catch and shoot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even-steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
heart. What desire, but at what cost? Nice counter shot. Oh, Roman Gonzalez is hurt. And it appears, did you see that? Chocolatito just got rocked. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Linares in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Big deep breaths.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good? Good man.
Breathe. Now it's a tougher fight. He's going to be confident.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's see if they go to the body. Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. Thought that was the end, but here we go again. Hold her right there. Jorge Linares seeing cobwebs now. And that'll do it. Linares is down. And it's a one-hitter winner. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
So then look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Linares in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial.
Get out there, switch off.
There's the bell for round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This fighter expending a lot of... Whoa, wait a minute! Jorge Linares is in some serious trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Counter shot lands. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges...
And there's the bell for round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Trying to land that jab. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with the hook. The Venezuelan is rocked. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Linares in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. And they're back at it again here in round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Good counter punch. Just misses with the right uppercut. Fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. They're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Janibek Alimkhanuly, 5'11.5" tall with a reach of 71.5 inches. And facing him, Sugar Ray Robinson in the middleweight division, 160 pounds, 5'11" tall with a reach of just over 72 inches.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Janibek Alimkhanuly, that strong amateur background has made him a tough out for.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Zilandi in Kazakhstan, introducing a unified middleweight champion of the world, known as Kazakh Style, Janibek Alimkhanuly. Fighting out of the blue corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Right hook misses. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Those counterpunches have to hurt. They miss with the jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's all offense all the time. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janabek in that last round. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Nice round, good round, I like that, I'm happy. Just stay focused, get your mind back on the job, and then get back out there and win the round. Great work, I love that, I love that. The jab's slick, just keep him on the end of his jab. Just the same again, don't change too much yet, keep doing what you're doing, the gaps will appear. The same league, isn't it? Come on, switch on.
And there's the bell for round two. Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. We wanted action, and they are delivering. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he misses with that straight left. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. That hook was off target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Janabek that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can...
And there's the bell for round three. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Just misses with the right uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense there to stop that hook. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
I've been in fights like that.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
A straight right just misses. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you just think, what the hell am I going to do now?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Janibek that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford...
There's the bell to start round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And that left hook doesn't find its target. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Looking to land the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Janibek in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen.
Let's start the sixth. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are done. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? How about that time counter shot? These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Stamina is off the charts. These two fighters are made for one another. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Janibek that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to... Here we go. It's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Misses with the right uppercut. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They're in trouble. Don't believe what we're seeing. They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue? And the referee will allow this to continue. A very competitive round. Let's talk about Johnny Beck in that last round. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Man, oh man, you know what? He's got to hope the referee doesn't jump in and stop it.
Great round. Now relax. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. Get your mind back on your job.
Just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work. Keep going.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. And we're back. What does this round have in store for us?
How much energy did they use? How hard and how tough and how much they have to dig deep. This is just ridiculous. I don't know what to expect. I'm tired just watching it.
Let's see if they go to the body. Misses with the straight left. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. The referee will send them to the corner and take a look at the cut. Will this fight continue? No, it will not. They're going to stop it.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
Just like another like TKO. It's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on.